So, Harry, in this retreat, we practice noble silence, we share deep conversations, and one sound we often hear is your laughter. Can you share with us what did this retreat nourish you? Your joy, happiness, what?
Yep. So, work for a nonprofit called Center for Transforming Communities, where we do a lot of community organizing work. And when you're doing that type of work, it can be challenging because you are, trying to grow within, and also, wanting to support community as well. And I'm a foster parent too. And so, with those different activities, at times you need to be like poured back into so that you can like give to others. And so this retreat has been really cool in terms of having time for like reflection, being able to connect with an affinity group that had like some similar life experiences where you can kind of share like some of the challenges that you're facing to get the support you need. Also had like dharma talks, which were about like real issues, kind of like the conversation we have at work, about what do we need to do, not individually, but also at a community level to create communities of joy and love, and you want to make sure that we're thriving and not just surviving. And so it was really cool space to be able to explore those topics. And the food was good.
Great! I was waiting for that. You're from Memphis, and I know that there have been few times when you wake up at 3 in the morning and drive down to the monastery for sitting meditation at 5:30. Wow, tell me about that.
Yeah, so that's one of the highlights for me. When I first found out about this spot, it was through Oprah Winfrey. She interviewed Thich Nhat Hanh, and she has been instrumental to a lot of my growth because she exposed me to a lot of folks that I really wasn't familiar with, and he was one of them. And so, from that interview, I heard about the monastery here. Now, I told my friends about it. A lot of them showed up before I did, but I finally was able to come when y'all reopened, like during COVID. And so the meditation piece has always been great for me because like sometimes there hasn't been really like incorporated in different like time periods of my life. I really wasn't exposed to it. And so once I found out like the different versions and like how do you do it, how do you do it without putting a whole lot of work in it, posture and all that. And so like going through the experience and really seeing like how you can feel like some differences like within your body, and also being able to connect with other people, because I think that's part of like why community is so important, because they community is really helpful in you being supported when you need it the most. And you can feel that when you're doing like a collective meditation, just like I feel it when you're doing a collective prayer.
Wow, thank you, thank you. One last question. The theme of this retreat is deepening of roots. Can you share with us what root has been deepening in you in the last 5 days?
I think the deepening of who I am and who I want to be, and how that connects with other folks doing the same. Because one of the things that's always been interesting to me is like how do we create spaces where people to be their best selves? Because so many times we have environments that are unhealthy, whether it's like at home or in the workplaces, in community. And to me, it's really important for folks to really become who they were destined to be. And so, because of that, and also there was this image of like trees and how with their roots they actually talk to one another underground.
Mm-hmm.
And when one tree is not well, the trees that are healthy sends nutrients to that unhealthy tree. And it's like, how do we replicate that in our communities?
Mm-hmm.
And this was helpful in deepening the roots in terms of like hearing about what other folks' career aspirations are, what are their interests, and there was some overlap, and was able to have some initial conversations about like, hey, this is what I'm doing at work, and oh, I can help you with this. And so it was like a really cool like networking beyond the spirituality piece, which was really cool.
Oh, thank you so much, Harry,
All right,
for
thank you.
your insights and your open-heartedness. Can you give me a big smile
And a laugh
and a laugh?
to go.
There you go. That's Harry's laugh.